Alright, so this is the air pressure regulator for plumbing pipes. I was tired of keep going back and forth, and if there was a leak or I forgot to do a crimp or something, I kept having to drain the water, and then it gets everywhere. It's a friggin' nightmare. So I made this thing, air pressure regulator. This is all I got. This is all Home Depot. So this is a Watts water pressure meter. You can find that in there or anywhere you want. So with this, I got a 3/4 to 1/2 inch hose to female pipe thread adapter, up to a 1/2 inch elbow nipple. And you might not need this nipple if your pressure gauge comes out like not in line, but at a 90 degrees. Say the fitting comes out, obviously just change it so your fittings work. 1/2 inch nipple, 1/2 inch T, and then the faucet adapter, which is a 1/2 inch female or male pipe thread, 1/2 inch to a 3/4 inch female hose thread, which is I think a female's FH. It comes in a little baggie, a brass baggie. Another 2-inch nipple to offset the ball cock valve with a little bleeder on it, which helps regulate the air pressure if you really want to dial it in, or if you're using it for water as well, you can bleed off water. And then on top of that, right here, this little piece sticking out that's all nasty is a mangled up 1/2 inch female pipe thread, or I should say male pipe thread, to 1/4 inch adapter. 1/4 inch same thing pipe thread. And then this swivel is a air swivel. I like the swivel ones rather than the straight runs because you never seem to get a straight run where you're at. So anyway, spend the other like $1.50 and get that. And here's the hose, or here's the air hose. Just when you're ready, hook that bad boy up, and then open the air into the lines, and then just walk it all the way back. In this case, it's a slop sink over to I just installed this. This is a dishwasher or a laundry sink, single shut-off. I love these things. One less valve to have to worry about. And then anyway, walk your line back and just start going. So anyway, this is how you make an air pressure regulator. And this way you won't, when you're testing for leaks, you don't have to turn the water pressure on, because inevitably there's always something if you're doing threaded fittings. If you're like me, who's just a homeowner and not doing this stuff every day, don't have gorilla hands or something, and you instead of draining all the water, which is freaking terrible, because you have to do it all the time, and it takes your house probably takes 3 to 5 gallons just in the line. So this worked great. I actually diagnosed these fittings first, because of course, there was a leak, so I just take some foam soap or my wife's $4 soap, but put that on the joints, test it, and I did have a leak. Man, it was right here. You really have to wrench on this 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch. So test it all, and then you can just turn off the valve so you cap it, or put a nipple on a cap on it, and just test it alone to make sure all your joints are not leaking. Most of the time you can hear it too, especially if you're testing at like 100 PSI on your air pressure. And the other thing is I'd recommend turning your air pressure down on your regulator, on your air tank, to 80, I would say, at the most. You don't want to blow out something in your house by turning up the pressure really high. You can adjust it here. That only really does, until it's an eyeballing. So just go back to the regulator, turn it down to the right pressure, 80. I did mine at 80. You can probably do it less than that. And then just start working the line all the way back. Hope this helps.